Who remembers being taught at school how to best manage their money to grow wealth and accumulate cash? Now, we ask this question a lot to a lot of presentations that we've done when we introduced the Financial Wellness Program, and not one hand has ever gone up. We aren't taught at school how to best manage money and grow wealth. When we launched the Financial Wellness Program into businesses, the purpose of it is to put a framework in place so that anybody who's not comfortable how they're managing their money can follow it, and at the end of a 6-step process, they will have the information and the knowledge to accumulate wealth. We notice that there are 3 different types of people in a room when we give a presentation on financial wellness. There are people who are happy with how they've been managing their money and everything's going smoothly, and they seem to be able to accumulate cash and grow their wealth. They're the smallest usually. Then we've got the second group of people, and they're just getting by. I mean, they might have a nice car, they might have a decent house, but they're all debt financed and they may be struggling to accumulate, and they've got to meet these debt payments all the way. They're getting by, it's looking good from the outside, but they know they could do better. And then there is a group of people who are in trouble. They seem to be living pay cycle to pay cycle. Nothing that they've done so far has worked to help them accumulate and build cash. Now, we can really help those people, but it's that middle group where we can really change the way they view debt, change the way that they manage their money, and they can really start to accumulate. What we'll be teaching you in this Financial Wellness Program is 1, how to best manage your money. The question that I'll be asking to you is, how does money move around in your household? I can tell you now that if you don't have an understanding of what comes in and what goes out, you will often get to the end of your pay cycle and go, gosh, where's all my money gone? So number 1, the crucial step in getting control of your finances is to run a budget. Now, a lot of people are confused by a budget, and a lot of people are scared by a budget and view a budget as something quite negative. Something like, oh, you're just going to tell me off for where I spend my money. My life's going to be boring. I'm going to have nothing. I don't even want to go there. Well, who would? It's not how we do it. What we do is we go through your expenses after we look at your income, and we look for little golden opportunities to find wealth. And we just get organised. We make sure that you've got fun spending money. We make sure that you've got golf trip money. We make sure that you've got family money, holiday money, but it's just all organised. And what we do is we have income less organised expenses will give us a surplus. And the number 1 goal of step 1 is to find that surplus and grow it every pay cycle. That's step 1. The next step is to really look at how we are using consumer debt. This is the number 1 problem that we see keeps people down. Consumer credit, what do I mean by that? I mean borrowing money to buy a vehicle that you can't pay for the cash outright, going to a store and organising a lounge suite on finance with a store card and getting another payment. I mean going on holiday with a credit card because you deserve it. Now you've got another couple of years of payments. People are constantly in debt, and I don't think it's their fault. I mean, originally debt was used to get yourself a house, and now you can either use buy now, pay later facilities, sometimes to pick up a box of beers at the bottle store. Debt is what's absolutely keeping people down, so we educate people on 1, how to get out of debt, and we've got some really neat ways to show you how to do that. And we educate people the perils of going into debt in the first place. Imagine if you could keep all the money that you pay on your debts now that you could keep every week. It's going to go straight towards that surplus, and it's going to go straight towards growing wealth. Getting rid of debt is a very crucial part of the process, and that's what we'll be doing after we have a look at a budget. Step 3. Step 3 is making sure that we can survive any financial emergency that comes our way. Remember, we have shown you the benefits of budgeting and understanding how money moves around in your house. So you're fine with that now. It's not a scary thing. We've educated you on consumer credit and why it's keeping so many people down. Payment after payment, you're giving it away for something that you bought a while ago. You're robbing future you of their money by giving something today that you can't afford. And then step 3, we're going to teach you to save an emergency fund. So you've got more money coming in because you've controlled everything, and we are going to build a 6-month emergency fund. Not many people have 6 months worth of their expenses in an account sitting to the left of their normal operating account to use if an emergency comes along. It could be anything. It could be my vehicle needs some work and I don't have the money. It could be an unforeseen medical event and there's a long waiting list. It could be anything. But once we've got that emergency fund, we are feeling safe. Once we've got the budgeting sorted with no debt and we've got a wonderful emergency fund for any emergencies, we're going to help you either A, pay off your house as fast as possible if you are lucky enough to have one, or B, we're going to organise that deposit to get you into your first property. We know, and you probably know, that the stability and security created by having your own home, even if it's with a mortgage with the bank, is something that is a great foundation for the next step on our program. Once we have everything under control and we've built enough finances for an emergency fund and a house, the next thing that we're going to work with you on is learning to grow your wealth through investments. And this is a fun bit. Do you know what someone with no debt, a good budget, and an emergency fund can do? Pretty much whatever they want. And that's what we want to get you to. The feeling of security, of knowing you got the house sorted, of knowing that you've got a plan that you can unfold and see what you're going to do at any time in the future, learning to invest, learning how financial markets work, all concerns will drip away. You'll start walking through life now, whistling everywhere. It's going to be fantastic, and that's the goal, and that's where we want to get you to, and we're looking forward to come and see you and show you how to do it, put you in our program. I'll explain how it works better when I see you in person. Looking forward to catching up.